Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. If I trust YouTube, evil YouTube. If I trust YouTube, we should be live right now. So just give me a minute so that I can finish my setup over here. But today we will play Arena PvP, also known as Checkmate PvP. Some time ago, I decreed that Wednesday would become Checkmate Day, so that is why it is called Checkmate PvP. Also, at the time, it did seem to make some kind of sense. Like we did have some PvP gear that was checkmate related. Come on, evil menu. So just give me a minute so that I can finish my setup. But if you can hear me, say yes, just to be on the safe side. Hopefully everything is fine. I did undo my. Usually I do a sound check before I get started. I thought I was a bit behind, so I didn't do my sound check. So here we are. Let's go with this one. Come on, YouTube, we can do it. Sure, we can see Stelly is already here. Clarion. Flight Risk, I don't recognize the name unless it's somebody who's with a new character. It happens. So I'm almost there. Just give me a minute. Sadly, there's a lot of settings that need to be set with the evil YouTube, and I wish I could do most of these ahead of time. But sadly, sometimes not an option. Almost there. So I hope you guys had a good week. And we have a new event that started this week, the Outsiders event. So here my setup seems to be fine. So let's go back here. Let's see if I can see the chat. Oh yeah. So we have Stelly who says first, I multi, I hear you. Thank you, Stelly. David Sharp says, hi everyone, on my lunch, waiting for the stream. Hope everyone is having a good week so far. David Sharp says yes. Junior says yes. Jose Guzman says yes. Bishop Warford says yes. Jay Torres says yes. Oh, we got Junior again. Junior Multi, how you doing, buddy? We're doing good. We're doing good. Sunny weather-wise, it's a bit gray and rainy, but actually at this time, the sun is already... it's getting dark pretty early these days. Sadly, 5 o'clock, and it's already getting dark over here. Oh well, too bad, so sad. And we can see Stelly's heart. Wow, she looks so cute. For Peter, we're playing on the US PlayStation, US PC. Also, if you're wondering where we are, we're in Metropolis in front of the Superman statue. Normally we go to the phase where there's less people. So if you're wondering what phase are you in, it's usually the one where there's less people. So here we are in phase 3. It leaves room for a lot of people. Ideally, way back when, I would meet in the House of Legends. Sadly, in the House of Legends, most of the time we were told by people that the phase was full, the phase was full, the phase was full. So somebody at some point suggested that we should meet in Metropolis so that there would be room for everyone. And I thought it was a good idea, so that's what we're doing these days. So I guess we're good to get started. So if you're wondering also how to join, it's a question that often comes back. Multiverse, how can we join? Very simple. Go to PvP. Go to Ace Chemicals 4 versus 4. And let us start the queue. Although we did have some issues with the queue last time. So we may have maybe to do some shenanigans to be able to get the queue to pop. I guess we'll have to wait and see. There's two things we saw last time. There were some issues with the queue system. And there was also some issues to be able to raise back up. They did make some changes to getting back up. And sadly, it seems to have broken PvP a little bit. And sadly, PvP really is not the devs' priority. So We don't know if or when they will fix whatever issues there are with PvP or whatever issues there is with PvP, assuming that they even want to fix it. Sadly, these days we don't have a lot of people who seem to want to play PvP. It's sad, but that seems to be the case. And also, there's not a lot of people who seems to want to even watch PvP. Uh, like some of my previous videos, we're lucky sometimes if we get 200 views. It's sad, but that's how it is. How many did we get last week? So last week for like Legends PvP, we did not even crack 300 views, 291. So sadly, the appetite for PvP, not great. Like if I look at the previous Checkmate PvP 282, so we don't even have 300 people who seems to be interested in watching PvP stuff. Actually, if we go back a bit more, 381. But even at 381, it's still a small score, 267. So sadly, I know that people who love PvP think that everyone wants to play PvP. At this point in time, the DC Universe Online player base is pretty much a PvE player base. People want to play DCUO for the PvE aspect. Not many seems to want to play it for the PvP aspect. Either because they think it's broken, either because they have no interest in PvP. And that was to be expected. Way back when PvP was in its prime, when PvP was the best of the best of the best, we had only 20% of the player base would play PvP. It's a number that were given by Spittle way back when. So in the best days of PvP, we barely had 20% of the player base. And today, I would say it's probably a lot less than that. You saw some days we can't even get 16 people to play PvP. So there's really not a lot of people left who seems to be interested or willing to play PvP. It's a bit sad, but that seems to be the consensus right now. Stelly says none of us are in groups so that it works with no problems. You can, if you group, you group. If you don't group, ideally we're expecting people not to group so that the matchmaking can create the groups so that we don't end up, let's say, Stelly makes a team, a group of 4 people, then we would end up always fighting Stelly's group. And if Stelly beats the floor, beats the snot out of us, they would probably beat the snot out of us matches after matches after matches. So ideally, if people just queue for PvP on their own, the matchmaking will create the queue. And sometimes I will be fighting Stelly. Sometimes I'll be on the same team as Stelly. So so that way it gives a chance, pretty much more or less a chance to everyone to try to be on the winning side, as opposed to always ending up on the losing side. Peter asked, what about Legends PvP? For Legends PvP, we play on Sundays, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's a little bit different. Like there are some people who want to play Arena who don't want to play Legends, and there are some people who want to play Legends who don't want to play Arena, and there are some people who play both. But either way, any way you slice it, for whether it's for Arena or for Legends PvP, there's not a lot of people who seems to be willing to play PvP these days. And Nestle says that Legends PvP is actually in a worse state than Arena PvP in terms of player base. I think Stelly plays PvP a lot more than I do, so I'll take her word for that. So Ishida says it'll take me several hours on average just for 1v1 in Legends, whereas Arena, to me, even now, it's still like 30 minutes to an hour at most. Yeah, I guess that's one way to see that, like because you can still play PvP. I see a lot of people who don't want to play PvP, but there are still some people who want to play PvP, and you can still queue for 1 versus 1. And usually the cure will pop for 1 versus 1. You might have to wait a bit sometimes, but it's simple enough to you cure for a 1 versus 1. Then you go play a whole bunch of open world missions, and while you play your missions, at some point the cure will pop, and you'll get your match. Although the last few times where I did cure 1v1 by accident, I did cure pretty quickly. So it could be also when you cure, like if our friend Stelly cure says 30 minutes to an hour. Could be she cures when there's not a lot of people online. I guess that's possible. But the last few times where I did cure 1v1 by mistake, you guys saw that in the stream. The cure would pop pretty much instantly. Oh, they say, yo, Multiverse, why you sound so nervous? No idea. I no different than usual, I think. I feel a bit stuffy because I have a leaky nose. That's the only difference I could think of. I live in the Great White North, and right now it's cold and humid. So when you go from hot to cold to hot to cold, sometimes you end up with a leaky nose. It happens. Probably should have. I do have some syrup. Maybe you should have taken next time. We're in R for Life. How's it going? We're doing good. We're playing Arena PvP. Oh, I should probably switch back to. There we go. Stilly says what I would have loved. The multiverse is combining the stats and scaling of Legends PvP, where everyone is identical stats, but apply that to Arena. I would love that. The solution, the thing with Arena is that they had to give people a reason to. They had to give people a reason to collect some PvP gear. So if they give everyone and they do give everyone the same stats if you don't have PvP gear, like everyone gets the 96 PvP gear stats by default. Oh no, I fell down. Ah, come on.
Discharging electrical system.
Even though I tried to avoid it, I still got caught by the evil camo. I hate it when they do that. Ah, come on. I was able to get the barrel. Oh, yeah, I guess I was. Did you see that? They killed my robot sidekick. Ah, they're so mean. Oh, there's someone sniping from who knows where. Ah, there he is.
Electrical system charge complete.
Oh. Let's go back to the middle part. So yeah, so the stats basically, Arena is so that people would have to farm for the PvP gear, and Legends they would have to farm to be able to purchase the Legend characters. And the legend characters, yeah, they don't have all the same stats. So depending on which character you use, yeah, you're gonna have some characters that are much better than others. Oh, time to clicky click. It's not a big deal. Like clicking. Oh, Clarion is struggling, I guess. I'm not sure why I cannot target. There we go. Sorry if I'm a bit focused.
Match over.
Nah, Scrafty was so close. I wasn't able to give him the coup de grace. Ah, it happens. Whoa, Placita was on fire. So let's get out of here. So yeah, so for Legends PvP, sadly, it depends on which Legend character you use. I guess it would be more fair if everyone had the same stats, whether Legends PvP or Legends PvE. But that's not how it works. So often people ask Multiverse, how can we join? Very simple. Just go to the on your team menu, go to PvP. In this case, we'll go to Star Labs 4 versus 4. We'll play some 4 versus 4 matches. Then later on, we'll probably play some 5 versus 5. Ideally, if we could reach the point where we could play 8 versus 8, that would be great. Sadly, we haven't been able to do that in some time now. Junior says, Multi, what powers you suggest for Katana? Technically, Katana doesn't really have any powers other than her magic katana. I'm not sure if it's magic or cursed. Either way, uh, usually with a lot of characters, the default mode would be to go with acrobat and gadget for people who don't have really powers. And of course, the weapon would be the katana, either a one-handed weapon or a two-handed weapon. If you can manage to get like a two-handed katana. So I guess if I was to create katana, I would create a character with precision, and I would build it so that it would be either one-handed or two-handed. And I would give it some gadget abilities to round up the characters. Maybe the weapon buff. Maybe the weapon buff. Maybe some healing ability. I forget what it's called. Gauze or something. Oh, a pretty cool shadow over here. Oh, Ryushu is in werewolf form today.
You've got to stop them! Please, you've got to help!
Oh, and I think... oh, no, not yet. There's a few PvP missions you can get. There are some missions sometimes I'll give you, like it looks almost like a collection. When you consume it, it gives you a quote-unquote PvP mission. Usually it'll be something like defeat 5 villains in a PvP event. So a day like today, if you have any of those missions that you need to complete, today would be a good time to do that if you come and queue with us. Sadly, obviously, we play on US PlayStation and US PC. So if you play on Xbox, if you play on Switch, not really an option. I was hoping that if we made this a regular event, that it would maybe make people on Xbox and on Switch to also play PvP at the same time as we do, or the same with people who play on the European servers. Sadly, that did not happen. But we'll play whatever we can. So we'll play some PvP matches. Usually we can get people to play for roughly an hour. After an hour, we start losing people. So these days, it seems some people seems to be willing to play. Some people seem to be willing to play a little bit of PvP for a bit of roughly an hour. But then after that, they go do something else. Can't really say I blame them. Oh, someone has declined the instance. It happens. Jose is asking, is Friday heroes or villains? Friday's heroes. For villains, it's the last Friday of the month. So Evil Friday is the last Friday of the month. And this week, let's put on our best Outsiders costume. So the Outsiders event started this week. So if we can get our best Outsiders costume. Katana, we were talking about Katana earlier, so Katana would come to mind. Geoforce would come to mind. Metamorpho would come to mind, although I'm not sure how I would create a Metamorpho, but somebody could surprise us. Still, he says, I love PvP, but I'm not a fan of the objectives reliant on the big maps that feel overwhelming. Sorry about that. Sadly, there's only one thing I came to realize. Oh, we have Stelly with us. One thing I came to realize when we started playing PvP was that sadly there's not a lot of PvP matches. So we go around the menu quickly enough, as they says. So you pretty much end up repeating the same missions over and over.
Life support control node enabled. Terrarium control node enabled.
Oh, let's go capture some of the objectives, I guess. Oh, there's someone here already.
Terrarium control node enabled.
So you might have noticed, Strafty keeps on targeting me somehow. So I can't complete a combo most of the time.
station control node enabled.
Now we're not on power quick. About time.
Life support control node enabled. Hand station control node enabled. Terrarium control node enabled.
Let's see if we can go capture the other objective.
Warning, PAM's transport system malfunction.
So if we can capture 2 of the 3 objectives, we'll be in business. Although somehow, I don't know if it's because somebody was able to come and capture the objective here while we were fighting at the other end of the map.
Enabled.
But they were able to score a lot of points while we weren't. Oh, we can see some people trying to use the new iconic abilities. Come on.
Warning, PAM's transport system unknown error.
So you can see Scrafty and Shadows both were both targeting me. So 2 against 1. You saw the result. Now, did that happen by accident? Did they coordinate themselves? We'll never know. Oh, actually, there's 3 of them.
Life support control node enabled. Hand station control node enabled.
So you saw the result, 3 against 1. Oh well.
Warning, HAM's transport system routing error. Life support control node enabled. Hand station control node enabled. Terrarium control node enabled. PAM's transport arriving. Please stand back. Match over.
probably should have won that one, but somehow they were able to capture some of the objectives while we were fighting for the other nodes. And obviously, when they were targeting, when they were three against one,
Run for your life.
and yeah, kind of hard not to go down when that happens. Let's try another one. Oh, let's see. Are we in the right phase? Oh yeah. So if you're wondering where to join us, we are in Metropolis, near Superman, the Superman statue, and we're in phase 3. But you don't have to be with us if you just go to custom play, to PvP. So we just played Star Labs, so let us play Temple of Isis 4 versus 4. And just to be on the safe side, there might be extra people with us. Let's play the Moon 5 versus 5. So people will be able to choose 4v4, 5v5. We'll see which one pops first. And after that, we let the matchmaking do its job. Hopefully, it'll do a good job. I guess we'll see. Oh, we have a Mother Maiden here. Oh, we have evil Placita here. Oh, we have pretty cool Superman, Chemical 76. I'm not sure if Chemical 76 refers to anything. Is it something Superman related that I don't know about? Is it something that has nothing to do with Superman? We'll never know. Although he does say he is Superman's pal, so he's not Superman. He's one of his pals. Maybe he's Chemical 76 who can take other people's appearance. That would work. Scroll says best Friday of the month is Evil Friday. Absolutely. Slick Rick says I'm waiting for you guys, so when you get back, I'll join up. Absolutely. We're here. If you want to join, the time is now. So for people wondering, so we're queuing for the Temple 4 versus 4 or the Moon 5 versus 5. Ideally, if we can get enough people, hopefully we'll be able to queue for Australia 8 versus 8. But I kind of doubt it. We haven't been able to do that in a while. And we crossed the 30 minutes mark a few minutes ago, so I kind of doubt we'll reach that point, but I could be wrong. Oh, Slick Rick says I'm Chemical 76. That clears that up. Is there any hidden meaning between Chemical 76? Or did you just use it as a cool name? Also, sadly for this Friday, bad news. Bad news. We're not going to have Shadow with us on Friday. Somehow she seems to have some sort of a party, so we're not going to be allowed to have any fun on Friday. This Friday, having fun is forbidden. Slick Rick says it has to do with his water power. Fair enough. Oh, the other team are in trouble with Placita on our side. Stelly says I got Stelly because I wanted an OG name. And she loves the name Stella. I have to admit, other than Stella Artois, the beer, not a name I was familiar with. I don't even know where the beer name comes from. Does it come from a famous person? I have no idea. You might have noticed that Shadow tried to go into turtle mode because he was low on health. Luckily, that didn't help him. He still was knocked out. Even when you block, there's still some damage that goes through, so you may notice sometimes people will power on through even if somebody else is blocking, hoping to be able to knock them out, to take out whatever little health they have left. Again, you saw three against one. Nothing that could be done. And somehow I'm stuck. Oh, that's why. It was a close one. Slick Rick, when you get back, can you invite me to the group? We don't make groups. We just queue for the mission, and the matchmaking makes the groups.
You've got to stop them! Help!
So in a nutshell, we just we go to custom play, PvP, and then the next 4 versus 4 will be the safe house disposal. And let's try again for the moon, just to be on the safe side, and let us start the queue. So that's all we do. We don't create teams ahead of time. We just queue for the mission. Everyone queues for the same mission, and the matchmaking will come up with the queue. The Abomination says Stella Artois beer comes from Belgium, specifically the city of Leuven. I only know the beard because I saw the we had a lot of ads about it here at some point. That's the extent of my knowledge. David says there's an old play called On the Waterfront. I think that has a character named Stella. Marlon Brando was in the movie. There's practically a meme of him yelling Stella. I never saw that movie. I saw a lot of old movies, but that one doesn't ring a bell. Marlon Brando was such a movie star way back when. Voodoo Man is asking, do they still have PvP gear? Absolutely. You can still purchase PvP gear. The top PvP gear at this point is the 101 PvP gear. And sadly, that is the last PvP gear they've added to the game. They added the 101 PvP gear, which is a Deadshot PvP gear, way back when we got the first Suicide Squad movie. Not even the second, the first movie. So that was what, 2016? It was a while ago still. Oh, the Moon 5v5. So I guess we got a few extra people. The Abomination is saying Artois is the brewery. Stella means star in Latin. That makes sense. Voodoo Man, okay, I heard that discontinued updates for the PvP. Absolutely. The last update we had was when we got the Suicide Squad movie. Pretty sure it was 2016. Let me check to be on the safe side. Yeah, 2016. August 5th, 2016. So yeah, that's pretty much when we got the last PvP update. They'd had it to match with the release of the film. We had like a PvP weekend or something like that when that happened. And it was the last addition to PvP, and I think it was also the last PvP event. Although maybe there was an event after that. I just don't remember. That is quite possible.
Match commencing.
I probably should have tried to escape. Ah, too late, too late. So yeah, 3 against 1. The smart move would have been to run away. Oh well. Let's see if we're going to go capture this one over here. Oh no, I was not able to clicker. So I'm so sad now. For people who are asking about the PvP gear, technically, even if you don't have any PvP gear, the game gives you the stats as if you had the 96 PvP gear. So even if you don't have any actual PvP gear, you do have the stats as if you had at least some PvP gear. Oh, that was not a good move. Lots of red here. Actually, it went better than I thought. At least we were able to capture the objective. There's at least that. Oh, sorry guys if I'm ignoring the chat a bit, trying not to get my butt kicked too much. Ah, come on. That was a close one. And so you saw my shield. My shield lasted like half a quarter of a trillion of a second. Shields are almost useless in this game. I see people use the iconic shield. The iconic shield seems to last a bit longer, although it could just be a false impression. Probably should give it a try at some point. ZQ Maiden looks like Duke Thomas, one of the new outsiders. Oh, yes, yes. Duke was. Yeah, that is true. Didn't think of it at the time, but when you're right, you're right. Although I didn't know he was an outsider, I saw him as Batman's sidekick at some point. I guess they wanted to replace Robin for a while. Am I crazy, or did they call him? Did they call him the Signal, which I thought was a weird name, but we've seen weirder, I guess, in comics. Ozzy is asking, does League Prestige build up if max at 400k? Nah, there's a cap for 400k. After that, if you don't use it, you lose it. It's that simple. If whenever you gain new prestige, if you hit the cap, whatever new prestige you get, doesn't count. So I guess we have enough for 5v5. So we got the moon. Let's try the pit. Oh, still he says I didn't get in. I'm so sad now. Then I guess it's time to start queuing for 8 versus 8 then. So we'll still queue for the pit, but we'll queue for Australia. And if we still have people who don't make it, we'll try to queue just for Australia. We'll see how it works out. So Abomination is asking what's your stance on the new iconic ability based on the videos people posted. Well, at first I thought it was, from what I saw early on, I think it was Iconic's video that I saw, where it was showing that it did less damage than the Spore Cloud. And for a tank ability, he said that it was showing that the pull, enemies would break out of the pull very, very quickly, so the pull was almost useless. And also, there's a long cooldown, from what I understand. So it did seem that the only real benefit tank would get from that would be the 10% to defense, and even then, it's 10% that lasts for like 6 seconds. So it did not seem to be very, very useful or very powerful. But then later on, I saw that it actually has also a pretty big. You can heal quite a lot from using this ability. So that kind of changed my my opinion a little bit. And I assume already when I saw like there's the page of the black that we can use. If you use the page of the black with a fire tank, it gives your fire tank 45% incoming healing, extra incoming healing. It also gives extra restoration. So the pages of the black are really good for a fire character to be able to heal. And it looks like the iconic ability will be able to add to that. So if you have the pages of the black and you have the new iconic, the magma iconic ability, you're gonna be able to heal quite a lot. So if you combine something like the Lazarus Pit to that, you should be invincible as a fire tank. It should be impossible for anyone to kill you. You should be able to heal yourself so much. But it could also work well enough for some healers, I guess. The one exception would be, I think, Celestial. Sadly, the pages of the black don't seem to work too well with powers with combos, because you have to be able to use either a shield or the weapon buff very quickly, like Johnny on the spot, so that you don't take too much damage. And if you're busy, if you're in the middle of your combo and you have to interrupt your combo to activate a shield, or you have to interrupt your combo to activate a weapon buff, it kind of ruins your rhythm with your combos a little bit. But for the new iconic ability, it seems to work well enough for tanks to be able to heal, and probably for healers as well. But at the end of the day, until we can actually try it out, it's kind of hard to know for sure. But I guess I'll have to take a look for a Geoforce's video. Well, we'll see. Abomination says looks pretty good when he was showcasing it. Yeah, but sometimes it depends on the circumstances. Also, sometimes they show it. It seems to work really well enough against the sparring target, and then when you try to use them against actual NPCs, the ability is unusable. Either you get interrupted, or like one of the drawbacks of the new artifact is that when you go to where you have to protect the wall from the evil waves and waves of zombies, well, you keep on getting in combat, out of combat, in combat, out of combat. So it kind of screws it kind of screws you a little bit with the artifact. So there are situations where when you get in and out of combat, it kind of changes the data a little bit. Scroll says yes, it did. So I guess I'll have to take a look at the. I guess I'll have to take a look at the Geoforce's video. You guys seem to say that the ability did seems to look legit. Abomination says, since I don't have Spore Pod, I'm gonna definitely use it. Yeah, that's part of the issues with those abilities, is that it's a fear of missing out. The devs decided to go full into FOMO, Whereas when they do release an ability, you have to be there, you have to play the content, or you have to purchase it using the bot option, because after that, it'll be gone. Scroll says all of heals. Yeah, it's what I saw a bit later. David says, I'm planning on doing Captain Marvel Jr. on Friday since he was in The Outsiders. Well, fair enough. Stelly says, what? I did get in? I could have sworn I saw a previous message from you. We'll still cure for the pit just to be safe, and we'll try to cure for Australia. So you guys, ultimately you guys and the matchmaking will decide what we play. Abomination, did they take away the Outsiders vendors? There's no vendor this time. Last year we had to purchase the tokens from Katana, I think, or something like that. But this year it's a bit weird because we have Katana just there to talk to, and then it takes us to the events tab, and from the events tab then we can play the event. So there's no vendor this year. They've changed it so that once we complete the event, then we do get a reward. No need to purchase it from Katana. Sally says, I was in the moon with you, multiverse. Click you at the end, silly. You're so mean. Why'd you click me? Slick Rick says, Silly, your skin on your tune is crazy, dude. Silly says, I get that a lot. Silly says, it's caused because of a skin and leg style combo. And Slick Rick says, I got you. Does he got you under his skin? I don't know. So we go to the pit 5 versus 5. Oh, Chemicals is now a Dr. Fate. We have a Bat Metal Girl. Pretty cool Bat Girl. But yeah, it does look like Duke, so I guess Mother Maiden decided to make a female Duke, or Duke's sister, or Duke from a parallel universe where all the roles are reversed, or the genders are reversed, I should say. And there is such a world. I forget which Earth it's supposed to be. I think we first saw it in a one-shot story called "The Elseworld's Finest," where basically Batman was Batgirl and Superman was Supergirl, and pretty much everyone was sort of swapped. Although no, not everyone. The Flash was still a guy, from what I remember. Oh, Stelly says, well, now I won't get in. Oh, I didn't get a cure this time. Okay, so Stelly, next time we'll cure just for 8 versus 8. Just to make sure you get in. If you don't get in, who's going to click me? Come on. Oh. Holy ragdoll, Batman. I don't know if you guys noticed, I got knocked down and I wasn't even back up that I got knocked down again. When you have multiple opponents attacking you and trying to stun you, and it gets a bit frustrating sometimes. You end up pretty much a permastunned. Ah, freaking timer. So I don't know if you've noticed the strategy, like all the five focus on the same target. So when the five players focus on the one target, and they can take it down pretty quickly. So we're pretty much in big doo-doo. So sadly they were very well coordinated. Well, it happens. So still it says good news. I was the only one left out, so no one else is missing. Getting back to work now. Still he says that was fast. Of course, you were not here. When you're not there, it goes that fast. But on a more serious note, so let's try. Let's see if we can get into 8 versus 8. It's been a while. Oh, you saw that one click? You clicked too much, and I could have ended up in a 1 versus 1. So let's try Australia 8 versus 8. We'll try it out. We'll wait a bit. Worst comes to worst, if it doesn't work, we'll just try it again. And you may have noticed if you go to our journal, so if you go to the police stations or the evil villain safe houses, you'll see there's a poster next to the station or the safe house. There's a wanted poster. So when you pick up that poster, it's you have to defeat. In this case, you have to defeat 5 new villains. So there we go. Now the reward it gave us just a few colas, so it didn't really matter. But there are feats with those missions. So if you do the feat, if you do the mission X hundred of times, it will give you various feats along the way. And the same, there's a arena order here. I'm going to get 200 marks of valor. That's I'll take it. The shadow says I'm joining you from Europe. Thanks for joining us. We can use all the good players we could get. David Sharp going back to work. Everyone have a good night. See you all on Friday. See you on Friday. So we'll try 8 versus 8. We'll wait a little bit to give a chance to the matchmaking to actually match us. If somehow we don't have quite enough for that, well, we'll try 5 versus 5 again. And run the risk of not having our friend Stelly with us. It's going to be a sad day if that happens, but we tried. So yeah, as Stelly says, Cure 8 versus 8 Australia. Just in case for people wondering, so as you saw earlier, some people ask to be joined in, to be invited to the group. There's no group. There's no need for that. We do have the matchmaking. So just cure for Australia 8 versus 8. If everyone cures for the same mission, hopefully the matchmaking will have no choice. It will put us all in the same mission. Abomination says, man, wish we get that power revamp soon. I hate how strong loadouts always need to rely so heavily on iconic abilities to perform well as a DPS. Yeah, but now it's going to be the chicken of the egg. Like, are they going to make powers as powerful as some of the new iconic abilities? And if they do that, won't that make iconic abilities obsolete? Like way back when they did give us a power revamp, they had given quite a boost to some iconic abilities like the heat vision, but then they ended up nerfing heat vision, and then they ended up giving us an artifact to give a boost to heat vision again. So there are some iconic abilities like Whirlwind Dervish that are still pretty powerful. That if you see a lot of people using speedsters and using Whirlwind Dervish, it's not an accident. It's one of the pretty powerful abilities we have right now. Oh, did I cure for Legends?
Run! Run!
Stelly, you scared me for half a second. But yeah, as Stelly says, you have to cure for you have to go to PvP, not Legends. If you go to Legends, not the same thing. We still have Australia with Legends, but not the same Legends. So ideally, if one can cure for Australia 8 versus 8, that would be great. If it doesn't work, we'll go back to 5 versus 5. But we'll wait a little bit just to give a chance to everyone to cure and to give a chance to the matchmaking to do the actual matchmaking. So Stelly says she was speaking in general. That's all right. Keep reading your comic.
Get away.
Abomination says if for whatever reason they nerf iconic abilities, they'll create an art to buff it back up. It could be. Or they'll create new iconic abilities. Now, I would not be surprised if their game plan, the devs used to do that way back when. They would create a new power, and they would create a new power OP. So a lot of people would switch to that new power. And then after a while, once a lot of people would be using that power, they would nerf it, because then they would release a new power, and that new power would be OP. And basically they had this cycle where they were sort of trying to get people to switch power whenever there would be a new power coming in. Now, it didn't work, so for some reason they didn't do that with water. By the time we reached water, the water power, when they released it, it was not OP at all. It was, even some would say it was probably the less OP of the bunch when it was released.
Get away. Look out.
Suddenly there seems to be only 11 of us, so I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, actually, there we go. I guess Stilly says if the crew pop for Australia in the next 10 minutes, Multiverse can decide my hairstyle for the rest of the stream. I guess that worked. Abomination says I can see that, and it kind of makes sense because you wouldn't want to release something and it performs poorly besides water. Scroll says lol. Stilly says whelp.
Run for your lives!
So Stilly, we're going to shave your head. No more hair. We're going to give you the Skate O'Connor head style. Oh, hairstyle. No hair for you. Too late. Poor Stelly. Never realized you had a crown. Oh, we have Stelly on our side with no hair.
Match commencing.
So we should win this one. Stelly won't have any hair to block her vision or something.
control the ziggurat.
Oh, we're the heroes. Okay.
Heroes control the processing. Villains control the common. Have lost the ziggurat.
Abomination says, I'm surprised. Oh, I'm surprised you actually got into 8 versus 8. I have to admit, me too.
Villains control the ziggurat.
Nah, we lost the ziggurat. I'm so sad.
Heroes have lost the processing facility. Villains control the processing. Villains have lost the comm room. Villains have lost the ziggurat. Heroes control the ziggurat.
Too many red players here. Oh, 11 seconds. That stinks.
Villains control the comm room.
Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can take back the comm room.
Villains have lost the processing facility.
I was going to say it's going to be a close match, but not really. If you look at the score,
Heroes have lost the ziggurat. Heroes control the processing facility. Villains control the ziggurat. Villains have lost the comm room.
oh, consider no iconic ability being used. So in PvP we cannot use artifacts or allies, but we can use no iconic abilities. So that is going to change things around a little bit with PvP. Although you may have noticed some of the popular powers are Rage and Fire.
Villains control the processing facility.
I guess we're done like dinner. Let's see if we can try to take back the Ziggurat. Not gonna happen.
Match over.
So here you can see the scoreboard. Abomination says Rage goes crazy in arena PvP. Yeah, it does. It's a popular choice, but luckily it's a power you have to pay for, so a lot of people can't really use it unless you purchase the power. And a lot of PvP players just don't want to purchase the powers. So a lot of PvP players will settle with powers like fire. And I think that guys, that's going to be it for today. So for Friday, we are going to play the the Batman Zoo. What is it? Today we're going to play the Gotham City Zoo with our Outsiders character. So create the best your best Outsiders character for Friday. We'll play the Gotham City Zoo, and we'll probably play also some other missions. I guess we could try to be brave and maybe try to play. Is there an elite version of the zoo? Let's find out. I don't know where the zoo is anymore. There it is. There's an elite version of the zoo. I guess we could give it a try. We'll find out on Friday. So guys, thanks for everyone who came to play with us. Thanks to everyone who came to chat with us. Oh, Placita was left out. Sorry about that, Stelly. So thanks to everyone who came to play with us. Thanks to everyone who came to chat with us. And of course, thanks to all of you guys who are watching. You guys are awesome. So again, Friday, Outsiders event. Put on your best Outsiders costume. And we'll play some missions. Have a good day, guys.